Arizona sports. Breaking news.
All right, why not? Let's just end the week with breaking news. Aaron, what do you got?
Okay, so our own John Gambadoro has tweeted out that Jordan Montgomery will be headed to the bullpen. Ryne Nelson will stay in the starting rotation.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. There it is.
All right.
And really quickly, D-backs manager Torey Lovullo will be joining Burns and Gambo this afternoon before the D-backs play the Red Sox, so I'm sure he will have more then.
Yeah, that's a great point. Wow. Okay.
There it is right there, man.
That's some interesting breaking news. Much better than the earlier breaking news.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, though.
The timing?
The timing.
Yeah, I'm surprised by the timing. Yeah.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like, all right, let's see how he pitches tonight. Even if you already have it in your head, like, let him go out and pitch and then be like, hey,
yes.
did you see the guy? I guess the thought is they're really convicted in this, and if he goes out there and has a bad start tonight, they still want to do this.
Right.
It would be weird if he's like, hey, 5 innings, 5 runs, and then they're like, he's our guy.
You know, once again, we've been talking an awful lot about this base earnings, but the impact on some of the other pros that are in that clubhouse as well.
That has to be it. That has to be.
It's got to be part of it.
I think I think it's a big part of it.
Yeah, just the fact that, honestly, hey, listen, we're trying to win something here, okay? We're in this. We've done this. We've got to play our best guys. And I think they all understand that Jordan Montgomery is a seasoned pro. This guy has done a lot. He's done a lot in his career. And certainly he's done it when it's mattered the most as well. But, man, I think this is a clear message to the Diamondbacks and to the players inside that clubhouse. We will do what it takes to win.
Now, because they've been making that statement one way or another since they basically DFA'd Madison Bumgarner last year, right?
Just the fact they went ahead, and signed Jordan Montgomery to a $25 million contract, highest paid player on the team before the season. Last guy they actually acquired, right?
Yeah.
That was a commitment to we are going to win. And now the very guy that made that statement is the guy that's going to the bullpen.
Yeah. Now he's still on the team. He's still pitching. I mean, at a certain point, look, my crazy idea that I don't think is that crazy, where one of them starts, but if they struggle at all, the other one's pitching more innings that game. Like, really, at the end of the day, if you were in a playoff race or you're in the playoffs and you're going to tell me, hey, Ryne Nelson pitched 5 innings today, Jordan Montgomery only pitched 2. Do you really care if Ryne Nelson was pitching the 3rd through 7th innings and Jordan Montgomery? Like, I just feel like put those two together, pick a starter. If that starter stumbles, the other one pitches. You basically have 2 pitchers you're jamming into one day. Now, I know they're not going to do it quite that way. I'm sure Jordan Montgomery is going to be a long reliever for any pitcher that needs it. But it's crazy that it's not crazy because everybody's been saying for 2 weeks this is probably the move you got to make, but nobody was saying this is the move they're going to make. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, all of the like national baseball experts, everyone we've played audio of like, well, yeah, but they're going to go with Montgomery in the rotation because he's never been a reliever, and Ryne Nelson has. Torey Lovullo's like, screw that.
Just watching him once again, of course. I said it today on the show. I'm rooting for Ryne Nelson. And it's weird to say that because I respect Jordan Montgomery. I respect Monty and what he's done, of course. But, man, Ryne Nelson, a young guy who really has gone out there and pitched exceedingly well, past any expectation that I really had for Ryne Nelson. And to see it now, to see him get rewarded, I think is really, really cool for him. Who knows where this might go? And now tonight, you're going to take the ball in Fenway against the Red Sox, this legendary franchise.
No pressure now.
Game 1 of a 3-game set. Wow, that's huge.
On your marks, get set, go Dogs.
Okay.
Now, was that Torey who said that, or was that no? Okay, no, it wasn't quite Torey. Yeah, the duck makes it into the rotation. Look like you have something to say.
Oh, no. It wasn't going to be to you, as a matter of fact. Do you have
okay.
sound or something you wanted to
No, I don't have sound. This is breaking news. We're reacting
breaking
live.
news right now. So, again, the message I think that it sends as well to some of the players out there, this is great. This is great because it means we're going to win and we're going to do anything it means to win, even if it means cutting off our nose to spite our face.
So here's my question. And yeah, Torey Lovello on with Burns and Gambo at 2:30, if I didn't already say that. My question here is, how did Jordan Montgomery take the news? Because he is still pitching important innings for this team. And if you look at the year he has had, and you know, we have a promo. I think it's actually Burns and Gambo's promo. Like, at a certain point, get over it, right? You're making $25 million to pitch. Maybe he is, you know, but he went from being one of the main starters for the World Series champs to holding out. I would assume mostly because of his agent, but either way, he picked that agent, to kind of betting on himself for a year, right? Taking, quote, less, even though it's more than anybody else in the Diamondbacks is making, and now he's a middle reliever.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever you did last offseason, don't do it again. I do the exact opposite. Whatever it was you did last offseason, I do the exact opposite once again. And this isn't a fait accompli. It's not like this is done, something that is final, I would imagine. Of course, how Ryne Nelson pitches and how he does it with this opportunity, I think, is really, really critical in the next couple of starts.
Couple things that I think are important to remember. One, that, right? This isn't like, and Jordan Montgomery is a permanent middle reliever.
Right.
Like, they're trying to get away from the 6-man rotation, so now he's going to the bullpen. A second thing to remember, though, is you don't want to keep going back and forth. Like, you could probably switch it back if you needed to, but I wouldn't want to be doing it every other week because it is a different it's different, right? I mean, if you're a long relief guy, you may pitch 3 or 4 times a week. You're not going to pitch as many innings. You're not starting. If you do that one week and then go back to being a starter the next week and then bounce back, like, you don't want to do it too much. The other part is probably neither one of these guys would be in your starting rotation in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, but again, the last 7 starts for Ryne Nelson. Stop and think about this. 3.05 ERA, and he struck out 47 hitters, 47 dudes. 3.05 in the last 7. He's, what did you say, the best pitcher they've had in the last 7 starts?
He has been statistically their best pitcher the last 7 starts, which we were talking about this earlier before this news came down. It makes the choice a lot tougher, right? Because you're not deciding between your 2 pitchers who have been your 5th and 6th best pitchers. You're deciding between your guy who's been your 6th best starter in Jordan Montgomery and your guy who has been your best starter over the last basically month and a half in Ryne Nelson. Nobody thinks he is their best starter overall, but he has been that, so it's tough to demote him, obviously, because they just didn't.
Yeah, you know, on Jordan Montgomery right now, you said something very interesting earlier. You said, I wonder how he took the news. Yeah, you know, that to me, I would agree. How would you take the news if you were Jordan Montgomery? Knowing that you have underachieved, knowing that you have right now. And again, I've said this before and I'll continue to say it. Nobody wants to go out there and sign a $25 million contract and not live up to it.
All right, I have to get you this, and we're already late. Josh Weinfuss tweeting out, another Cardinals news, a source told me that Cardinals rookie defensive lineman Darius Robinson is, quote, hopefully going to be okay, unquote.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.